Hi everyone, my name is Nicola. I am simply a stitcher. Welcome or welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, it's great to have you, and if you are a returning viewer, thank you for coming and spending some more time with me today. So I'm here today to do my weekly Flosstube update. I worked on 6 pieces, however one of them you will not see as it's a model stitch. And I have done, including the model stitching, I have done 9,096 stitches this last 7 days, although the model stitch was started slightly before last Monday. So model stitch is essentially over sort of 9 days. So yeah, I've got a couple of things I want to talk about a little later on as well. So, you know, when I finish with the stitching, do stick around. It's just on the back of last week's conversation that we had in this Flosstube about the Be Kind movement. I'm hoping to sort of start a little kindness chain if I can. I think it would be very nice. So let's get to the stitching first and show you guys what I've been working on. We also have our spin to do as well. I think it's for number 12, I think I want to say number 12, I could be wrong. So let's have a look. What have I worked on? So in the first piece that I've worked on is this one. This is my Realm of Middle Earth map, and it's a Tilton Crafts piece. Incidentally, I've just seen, literally just now on my Facebook, Tilton Crafts have got a sale. So run, don't walk, run to Tilton Crafts if you've got anything that you want. It's my oldest whip. I have got in on this piece this week 1,000 stitches. Everything is in hoops, by the way, so that I can show you guys what I've worked on. It was also out on a stitch with me. 1,000 stitches, 34.8 to 34.92%. A couple of columns finished. This is stitched 1/1 full cross on some 25 count fabric. But yeah, I got in a nice sort of patch there of block stitching on my stitch with me, which was great. Really enjoyed it. Okay, second piece that I worked on is this one, and this was last week's spin for the new start. This is Pandora. The artwork is by Marta Dahlig and it's charted by Heaven and Earth Designs. Excuse me. So with this one, more than half of the stitches, it's just over 246,000 stitches, and 140,000 plus of them are 310 black. So what I've decided to do with this one is the opposite of what I'm doing with my Lord of the Rings stained glass. And I'm going to do the black in this one last. So I'm going to do all of the colour first, and the black will be put in last. So this piece has had 1,400 stitches on it, and it's on some 25 count. This is hair. This is the top of the head. There are great swathes of black here. And as you can see, I've started to move towards the left-hand corner. This is the middle of the top. So I'm going towards the left, and then I'll come back and go towards the right, and then just work down the piece. So yeah, 1/1 full cross on some 25 count. And everything apart from the black. What'll happen is that it'll make a nice travel piece when I've done everything apart from the black. So yeah, up to 0.57%. Okay. The next piece I've worked on is the one that now, where possible, I'm putting in extra stitches, and it's this one. This is Night Cafe, and the artwork is by Leonid Afremov, charted by Heaven and Earth Designs. Due to me, I'm doing a supersized max colour version as well. Due to me having a model stitch, this actually hasn't got as much as I would like this week. It's had 1,100 stitches, but stitches are stitches. 4.16 to 4.27%, and I'm doing this 2/1 tent stitch on some 25 count in the snake sort of method in each sort of block. So we've added in a little more in diagonal sort of here. So yeah, just pick it up and work on it when I've got the availability to put extra stitches in. So that is that one. This was out of the hoop last week, as you saw on the inserted photo, and one of the things that I do tend to worry about, because it's in tent stitch, is warping, but there doesn't seem to be any warping at all, which is really nice. So I must be doing something okay with tension. That's all I can say. So carrying on the night theme, the next piece that came out for some rotation stitches was this one. This is a Sophie Kilpatrick piece, GeckoRouge, and this is Night Orange London. Having another outing. 3.35 to 4.16%. It's had 1,000 stitches added. And I filled in some more of the side of this building and done a little bit across the top there. It's very heavy confetti here, so I just thought I need some block stitching. And this is stitched 1/1 full cross on some 25 count easy count. This is the side of the cheese grater, Leadenhall Street, and this here is the edge of the gherkin when that starts to come in. But yeah, happy with the progress on that. It is what it is. It's just 1,000 stitches added. So yeah. So my Sunday stitch this week was another Marta Dahlig. This is Envy. It was a Marta Dahlig day on Sunday because I worked on Pandora doing the live stream. One of the 7 sins, number 2 for me. Heaven and Earth design. And again, this one has had 1,000 stitches. Excuse me, 41.38 to 41.79%. Let me just show you where I worked. There's a few hanging threads on this one. Not as many as on some of my other pieces, but there you go. Okay, so I'll show you whereabouts I've worked. So I've worked here, and I filled in some more of this dress and sort of this section around here. But yeah, as you can see, not far away from the bottom. And let's just see if I can show you the whole thing. Not sure if I'm quite far back enough today. There we go. There's the whole thing. Hold on. There we go. That's the top. So yeah. Happy with progress on Envy. It's just really nice to sit and stitch on her. Because at the minute it's lots of block stitching in her skirt. So that is Envy. Okay, so what have I got coming up this week? So first thing is I've got a stitch with me, which will be with Van Gogh Never Met the Fellowship, the Unconventional X Stitch piece. I have a new start which I shall spin for in a moment, because there's only me in, so I get to do it myself again. A stitching shelf will be out, and Cosmic Marbles will also get some rotation stitches. So let's have a look. How many have I got left? I have got 6 left. So this is we are spinning number 12 today. We have Magpie, Unicorn, Evelina, Christmas Cat, Witchy Cat and Tower Bridge. So we've got 2 Lorna Lanes, 1, I can't remember the name, Anita in Verity, 2 which are Terramango, and Tower Bridge, which is a Sophie Kilpatrick. So let's find out what we are going to be stitching on as a new start this week. My tablet's been misbehaving lately. I have restarted it, but you know, there we go. Magpie. So that is a GeckoRouge Lorna Lane piece. It will probably be a middle start for that one, just like B, because it's full coverage, but it's a shape and it's full coverage within that shape. So let me see if I can grab it down. Would it be this one? Yes. Oh, look at that. First box that I found, there it was. One of these pieces has lost a clip. Okay. So this will be stitched on some 25 count, 1/1 full cross. There is the artwork. So there we go. One magpie. I think it's 25 count. I didn't put this on. I'm pretty sure it's 25 count. I think all of them are 25 count. Yeah, 25 count. So that will go over there for my new starts. Okay. So that will be the shape of my week. And of course I'll be doing the 2 live streams. On Wednesday I will have Night Cafe, and then on Sunday I'll continue with Magpie. Okay, I've had a couple of mentions this week, a couple of shout outs, and I just wanted to say thank you. They are from Mrs. C Stitches, thank you very much, and Shalene's Creativity Room. And thank you very much as well, Shalene, thank you very much. So yeah, it's really, really nice to know that, you know, what I'm doing is kind of getting out there. It's really lovely. Let's see, what else have I got to talk about? Oh yes, last week's video. So on last week's Flosstube, I made a point and I talked about being kind. Because there was a Flosstuber who'd had a bit of a hard time, and I felt it was very unfair. When we come on here, we should be able to talk freely without being criticised for having a health condition or a particular lifestyle, or, you know, anything like that is out of what people perceive as normal. I've had quite a number of messages about this, and I'm not going to embarrass anybody by telling you who they are, because I feel that that would be incredibly unfair. But a lot of people this resonated with, and there are a lot of YouTubers out there who have said to me, you know, people who have said to me, thank you for bringing this up, because I don't feel that I can talk honestly about things that affect me on my channel. And I think, in honesty, I think it's a really, really sorry state of affairs that if something is out of what somebody else perceives as normal, that we're criticised for it. So I'm looking to sort of say and start the be kind ethos, you know, reminding people of be kind within YouTube as a whole, really, I suppose. It doesn't just have to be within cross stitch. So if you are watching this video, just be mindful that people can be going through a struggle that you know nothing about. Words typewritten on a screen and you hiding behind them can be incredibly damaging. I, for one, I moderate all of my comments because mainly I started it because of people spamming on YouTube and cloning accounts, and people were getting messages from me to say click on this link, and which is something I would never ever do. But I've always had a thought process for my channel of be kind or be gone. I have no hesitation in removing people from my channel, and I would say to any YouTuber out there, if you have spoken honestly about what's going on in your life and how you feel, and health impacts and lifestyle impacts, and how it can create disquiet, I suppose, in your life, I absolutely applaud you for saying that. You guys know with me, it's very family orientated, and sometimes the girls will quarrel and me and Andy might have a bit of a spat or whatever. And you know, it's very real, and I've been also open about my issues. If I wasn't in the position I am today, if I was still like I was 18 months ago, I would be in a sorry state of health, right now. But yeah, if you're open to talk about it, absolutely, I fully applaud you. I think, you know, it's absolutely wonderful. And we can perhaps educate people who are, shall we say, slightly more closed off of mind in relation to how words can impact and devastate people's feelings. But as I said on my last video, and I will say it on this one, if anybody wants to reach out to me, if anybody feels like they need to talk or whatever, my inbox is open. I also have the Simply and Stitcher and Friends Facebook group. Link is in the description below, as is my email address. There will always be somebody who can talk. It's okay to not be okay, and you are not alone. So, you know, if you're not in my group, do join it. Some of the ladies who are in there, and gents who are in there, are some of the most supportive people that you would ever wish to meet. And, you know, let's just all recognise that it's okay not to be okay. Rant over again, just like last week. Speaking of Simply a Stitcher and Friends Facebook group, so I have, and I will put details in the description below as well, I have created an event in my group for a stitch along. So in May, I would normally do something for Stitch Mania. Last year I went hard on Maui Princess, and I aimed to finish Maui Princess. I didn't quite make it, but it was fun to do that for Stitch Mania. So in my Simply a Stitcher and Friends Facebook group, I have created an event for May. So you can choose this piece, or you can choose an other piece of your choice. I'll put the details in the description box below. So I was on Facebook and just scrolling through, doom scrolling as you do, and I saw this piece. Tablet. This piece. It's by the Cross Stitching Guild and it's on Etsy. I'll put a link in the description below. It's 140 by 140 stitches, which is less than 20,000 overall. It uses about 21 colours, I think it is, and it's full coverage. But yeah, not huge, and it's not expensive. £4.20 Great Britain pound on Etsy. The chart itself is not pattern keeper compatible, but it's not huge, so to be fair, that shouldn't really be much of an issue, because I think it'd be quite easy to keep control of where you are. But yeah, I saw this and I thought, yeah, you know, that'd be quite nice. Let's do something in May. But if you don't like this chart, no problem. So I created the event in my group. So if you want to join in with this chart or a chart of your choice, fabulous. And what we're going to do is do an aim, because you know me, I don't like to set a goal. I like to set an aim, because if you set a goal, in my mind, you immediately set yourself up to fail. But if you set an aim, then it's much more achievable. So my aim is 100 stitches per day on this piece, and that's what I've put in the description on the event. So if you want to join into that, fantastic. It's as I said, it's Cross Stitching Guild on Facebook, or if you have a look on Etsy for it. The piece is called Symphony, and the seller on Etsy is Charts and Stuff. So yeah, £4.20 Great Britain pounds. So let's see, currency, Canadian dollar. In Canadian dollar, you are looking at $8.21, and in US dollar, $5.68. So it's not an expensive chart. If you don't wish to do that, no harm, no foul. Just, you know, use whatever that you have. But if you do want to join in for the main year event, starts on the 1st of May, aim for 100 stitches a day on either that project or your chosen one. That's that. Okay, so life update, just very quickly, because I am on dinner from work again. I went to dental last week. I had some more work done on the moulds that they took the week before. I do know that this week for certain I will be having some more teeth out, so this is probably the last time that you'll see me on camera again. And I know that's the kiss of death saying that, kiss of doom. If I'm here next week, let's put it this way, if I'm face to face on camera next week, I will be very surprised. But yeah, I've had some more fitting done, so yeah, we are moving along with that. Weight loss this week. Now, I didn't talk about the week before. I'd had a small gain, but this week I stayed the same, which is brilliant. What I realised was I was putting an awful lot of pressure on myself and I needed to stop doing that. So I did. And I just spent the week happily just tootling along doing my own thing. Not particularly sticking to plan, but not going completely off the rails either. So I've stayed the same, and if I did stay the same as well this week, I would be absolutely ecstatic. Certainly given it was Andy's birthday, and we went out for a meal on Friday and we had birthday cake on Sunday. So there we go. So yeah, so as I said, coming up on the channel now this week, so I've got a stitch with me on Thursday, which will feature the Van Gogh Never Met the Fellowship. I will get Magpie underway, which will come out on a stitch with me on Saturday. Stitching Shelf and Cosmic Marbles will both be out in some rotation stitches. I don't have a model stitch now because it's finished, so Night Cafe will get some extra work until I get another model stitch. But that's it, that's everything from me. So I'm going to say thank you very much indeed for watching. Thank you for liking, commenting and sharing and all of that good stuff, and thank you for being kind. Take care everyone, happy stitching. I'll see you on the next one. Bye bye for now.